Behold, comedy. The wayward swordsman awaketh from poisoned slumber. Yeah, that's getting exciting, isn't it? The first act's climax doth approacheth. First act? There's more than one act? That'd be awesome if I could play this game for like another 10 hours. Yeah, I can't wait. I guess it means like this part. Every part is an act. Oh, actually got him. Damn it! Time freeze. Damn it, that was horrible. Shotgun! Oh, it just wore off. Come on. Oops, wrong way. Oh, he punched me. Oh, that was terrible. Damn it. Oh, epic. Not your bait? Okay, good. There was no time freeze there. Oh, a gun! What? Are you serious? Oh my god, that's such a troll. Here, just kill me. I want to see what that actually does. Okay, there's a gun. He throws the gun. That is seriously super troll. Damn it. That's so troll. It's because samurais don't use guns, right? That's how it works. Oh my god. Oh, he deflected it. Okay, I still have the gun. Oh, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, jeez. Ah, I didn't throw it at him. Well, that works. Wrong way! Oh, that one was a direct hit. there's a turret in there. Dodge roll! Oh my god, that was awesome too. I think it was like that on purpose. They put it like that on purpose. Let's watch this. Can I do slow motion? Oh, I can just rewind. This part was crazy. Not this one. After this. Zap the guy and then the bottle attack. Nice. I love that. Damn it! That was a waste. Damn it! Ah, the other guy got me. The timing, though. Ah! Oh, what the hell? I turned it on again. I'm smart. Yeah, I'm really smart. Blow myself up. Straight bullet. Random bullet. Okay, that worked. What am I missing here? I gotta kill everyone. There might be someone to the left still. No survivors. Oh my god, he shot really fast. Oh, I got the guys in the wall too. Nice! That was a good one. Clean. Oh, crap! That guy killed me. Come on. That's the worst guy to die to. Actually, the buff guy's the worst guy to die to. I think I missed one guy. Yeah, I missed that guy. What are you looking at? That's what I thought. Oh, wrong way. Whoops. Oh, that was a close one. I almost messed that up. That was the wrong input. Oh, it's this guy again. Ah, you've arrived. I was hoping we'd be able to finish what we started. This should be fun. That's not fair. Oh my god, there's summons! Come on! Just duel me one-on-one! That is not cool! Can't do that! She's like Kraft from Mega Man. It's Mega Man Zero 4. That's what this reminds me of. That was totally deflect. Come on. He's got a laser that you gotta dash under. She's dead? Please just die. Oh my god! You're a Gamma, aren't you? Just like 15. Who are you? You. Don't recognize the uniform? I thought 15 and I were the last null left. Al-Qasim paid me in Kronos to kill people. That's why you're here, right, Kronos? There's none here. I don't know where Al-Qasim kept his, but it's not here. There's almost none left. Certainly not enough for the both of us. I'm not here for Kronos. What? Why else would he be here? There's nothing of value here. Nothing. This killing, this fight, it's been for nothing. Unless... you enjoy it, don't you? Killing. The immortality that Kronos gives us. The failsafe of time. It's why killing means nothing to us. Because when we die, we always go back. Killing is the only time we're able to touch that thing we were never able to have. So it'll go on forever unless one of us surrenders. This battle is happening in our minds. It's a tournament of willpower. Every time you kill me, I understand a little better how to beat you. After I finish you, I'll go after the people who did this to us. I promise. I won't let your death be in vain. They'll suffer. We can kill them together. There's not enough Kronos, damn it. We couldn't work together even if we wanted to. I'm sorry it has to end like this, but we don't have another choice. But maybe there's enough Kronos in your bloodstream to slow down the withdrawal. What the hell was that? What did she do? That's different. Slash! No more summons this time. Oh, never mind, there are summons. Damn it. Surrender, damn it. This fight will continue forever until you give up. Holy, she's so busted. I didn't dodge the right way, but it worked out. Who needs Kronos, right? Okay, I do need Kronos. I've watched you make that mistake 100 times. It's been one time. Come on. It's the same logic, though, both ways. Right? I learn, you learn, we all learn. Sometimes we don't learn. That's just unlucky if we don't learn. You cannot kill me. Ah, wrong way. First time was the best. I'm getting used to our pattern. Laser? Oh, come on, I dodged that. I didn't dodge that. Or did ah! She's destroying me. She's destroying me! It's okay, I got this. That's a tricky one. I have to slow down time for that tricky one. Stupid turrets! Oh my god, the mine! I jumped into it because I'm smart. Oh, she's actually wrecking me really badly. I think she's probably... I'm trying to talk. I think she's probably almost dead by the time I get to that part. Unfortunately, I am fully dead by the time I get to that part. Dagger? There's Chronos in your blood, enough for me to make 1 or 2 more days. That's not nice. So did I actually die there? I guess I did. She blew me up. I have to grab her dagger or something. That's what it seems like. That stupid thing. Is that not it? The dagger is important, I'm pretty sure. Oops! That was me being dumb. That too. I think I got this. This should be it. Once I don't know what the dagger is for, but once I figure it out, I think she just dies. It feels like it's the final part. There we go. Did I cut her head off? Kill the people who did this to us. For me. Is she actually dead? Retinal scan required. Oh, that's gross. That's gross. That's gross. Did I mention that was gross? That's gross. Hmm? Am I supposed to do this? I feel like this is the wrong answer. Child killings. This is probably the wrong answer, right? Holy crap, what is this? What are you doing? Your targets are still alive. What the hell have you done? You. Do you understand what you've done? I haven't been able to reach my daughter all day. My phone. Why do I still have this? The dreams were real? I can explain this. They won't come after me. I had nothing to do with this. Oh, I'm leaving. I need to leave. There's no time. I need to get out of here. Meaning my dreams really happened. What did you do to me? Chunky. Oh, this guy's a big head. Just look at that. What are you doing? You're in withdrawal. Get away from me. You, after all I've done for you. Rip words. Rip. Ooh. Ugh. This is messed up. Oh, what the hell? He's overdosing, isn't he? What happens if you overdose? Government keycard. Chronos delivery 3:30 Wednesdays. 286th ring. New Mecha Special Weapons Lab. There's a dossier here as well. Subject 0. Dun dun dun. That's why the title. Null Executioner Class Gamma Squadron. High value government contractor. Open for third-party contracts. Must be eliminated discreetly upon questioning of role or gaining knowledge of Chronos' manufacture process. I see. There's still two enemies, I guess. There's Snow and the employer of Snow. Unless the employer is just them. Crime scene? Wait, what? What happened? Can I move? Who's this? He's a tenant. The room with the broken door is his. What happened here? Looks like there was a break-in. Tenant's dead. The junkie next to you. Your place was broken into too. You can enter. What happened to the girl? Oh, they stole my samurai stuff. Come on! One life for another. Broken doors coming out of your security deposit. Where's his daughter? Daughter? There are no children in this building. I make sure of it. The man lived alone. Dun dun dun. Kids in the 3rd district? Huh. Guy had no kids. He was a junkie loner mixed up in some drug business. Sir, if you'd come with us, we'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm not coming with anyone. You kidding me? You want to do this? Bathrobe and samurai sword. Come on, bathrobe. He fits the profile. You think he's the guy? The guy? Alright, quickly. An old soldier. Oh, the outfit, right. Leviathan? Hmm. I guess this is the true ending. Is that Snow? V is dead. It was an old soldier. Gamma 15, sir. I see. Then we will soon need to wage open war with the government. So, what happened to the girl? Was she even real? I feel like I'm missing something here. Who was the kid then, as well? And who is Snow? Can I move? No. It's cool that you could play as the dragon. 15. Shovel Knight cameo, I didn't see that. I saw the Duck Game one. So the guys in the masks took the girl. A life for a life, right? Government lab unlocked? Wait, there's more? Dragon tape, government lab unlocked. Oh, is it boss rush? But I want more. Gotta wait another few years for the next game? Come on. What is this stuff? Locked? I should come back in a few months. Wait, what? Like real life months? It's not DLC, is it? Or, I mean, I guess it would be like free updates, maybe? Huh. Interesting. But I wonder if I did miss something. Like, is there a way to figure out if you missed something? Oh, this can't be over. Come on, I want more. What if I do new game? Anything different for new game? No, it's just 10 days remain. I guess it would make more sense now. Or potentially I can choose different options. Come back in a few months. Oh my god, this ending though. Alright, well I guess I'll do my closing statements. I feel empty inside. This game was better than I thought it would be. The story and like the whole mystique of it, the world building, and whatever potential future this, I guess, potential franchise may have. But yeah, let's do closing statements. As always, this is a reflection, not a review. Just gonna reiterate some of the stuff I talked about during the playthrough with more detail. But in a game like this, I couldn't really talk too much about random stuff I noticed because of all the action and how fast-paced it was. So hopefully I don't forget some things. Let's start off with the audio-visual then. As you can see and hear, it's one of the first things you notice, the aesthetic of this game. The art and the music I think are really beautifully done and really appropriate for the tone of the game. This, they call it neo-noir, I guess, but just this dark atmosphere, kind of red light district, I guess, location, and just the slightly dystopian aspects of the story. I think it really fits well with the aesthetics. I mean, there really isn't too much to say, I think, for this portion. I actually think the closing statements for this game is going to be pretty short. One final thing I guess I'll add is everything looks very clear to me. Even though at first it may take some time to get used to the special effects, kind of the weird neon lights and the enemies attacking and their animations, it's still really smooth, which leads into the gameplay. Before I started this game, I mentioned I expect this to be one of those gameplay-centric games, and it basically is. It's a very stylish game. It's really high-paced, fast-paced. You have to execute well to succeed. But I actually don't think the gameplay is the most important thing in this game. Now, going over the gameplay little by little, in a game like this, a death simulator, or like a death simulator light, but then I'll talk about that definition in a little bit, it's basically mandatory for the game to have responsive controls, and I think the game does that pretty well. Although I think some of the controls are a little bit wonky at first, they take some time to get used to. Some of the other mechanics as well, like time freezing and understanding how it works, understanding deflection, the shields, and all those other things. It's a learning experience, and it's not exactly like a huge burden of knowledge. You learn it pretty quickly, and Once you learn them, you're good to go. Very responsive, very fun. Now, the problem is the gameplay does get repetitive. There aren't that many types of enemies, and the ones that got added into the game early on are the same ones that you meet at the end of the game. Usually, games give you enemies that kind of ramp up over time as you play. This one doesn't really do that. I mean, after a certain point, it doesn't do that. While I think that degree of familiarity does help with kind of streamlining the gameplay, where you know exactly what to expect, you know what you're doing, and then they can just design around that. It's kind of like a simple concept. Enemy location and map design becomes more important. It does kind of get monotonous. It doesn't really provide that much of a challenge. So, like I said, I called this a Death Simulator Light, and that's because it's not exactly the same as some other Death Simulator games, where you just keep on dying, retrying over and over again for hours. Now, this one is a lot easier than that. Even the ones that you do retry, it doesn't take that long to beat. I think, anyway. Sometimes those kinds of games introduce new environmental hazards as well. This game, not so much. Still, like I said, it's mainly about enemy placement and then the map design that creates the difficulty later on. So, even though this game is undoubtedly hard, I actually don't think it's that difficult compared to some of the other ones I played. The learning curve, the burden of knowledge, it's like nearly non-existent. The actual enemy difficulty, it's not really that great also. So if I had to rate it out of 10, the difficulty anyway, I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6. Even though I died a lot, undoubtedly, even though I died a lot, it was kind of difficult. It really doesn't compare. Other games I've played, they're much worse. In the beginning and in the end, after you play it, you still think back and it's like, oh geez, that was ridiculous. In this game, not so much. But then, take that with a grain of salt, because I have a lot of experience with a lot of games to draw from, so that may not necessarily reflect your experience in this game. But the thing is, all of that doesn't really matter too much. Once you learn the mechanics, the simple mechanics, you can basically play the entire game. And I think that actually does work out in the long run, because I believe the most important part of this game is actually the story, the narrative elements, which is surprising to me. Because when I look at this game, my first impression, when I did the opening statements, when I saw the trailer and all the other preview stuff, I thought, okay, this is just going to be a really fun, over-the-top, stylish game, kind of like Devil May Cry style. I mean, I just finished playing the Devil May Cry series all over again, plus the new one that just came out. So, I feel like recently I've been playing a lot of these kinds of high-paced action games. And this one does compare, but like those games, I expected the story to just kind of be there. It's mildly interesting. Not really that great, but it's cool. Like, it's mainly about fan service. And when I say fan service, I mean like appeal factors, things that appeal to you, like makes you feel like you're a badass, like fulfilling the fantasy of the player becoming this badass character and doing all these badass things, that kind of thing. Not necessarily like revealing characters and stuff like that, adult content, which this game also has. Like, not the sexual stuff, but kind of darker stuff like murder and really brutal murder and torture. And even children dying, which is usually a taboo. So it's pretty crazy that this game delves into that a little bit. I'll talk about it in a sec. The point is, going back, the focus on this game's narrative actually surprised me. And that's a good thing, because it's not easy to surprise me when it comes to games. So let me preface this by saying, in general, including this game, games that include time travel are usually not that compelling. I mean, this one isn't really time travel, but there's like time manipulation. Because, especially with like drugs and stuff, what is real? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Like, what is real and why does it matter? Because in the end, it may not even matter. Nothing may be real, your perception may be completely distorted, and everything that you experienced was mainly the experience, not necessarily anything that you can take from. And especially with that ending that we saw, where he, like, overdoses, and, well, not overdose, but he, like, injects himself with a ton of them. We don't know if he overdosed, per se. It may just be, like, the normal amount that he should have, because when he wasn't getting that much, he was having hallucinations, flashbacks, and like other weird distortions. So, you know, this may be like normal for him. But, you know, that's a topic for later. So, yeah, it's hard to take the story seriously when it comes to time travel. And even this one, I think, in the end, I'm probably going to be disappointed. Whatever the story ends up being, I might be disappointed. Because I don't know what's real. And that really does matter. It's like the whole concept with Dragon Ball. It's the classic example. If you can just wish somebody back from the dead, then what's the point of having them die? You know, it's not really that dramatic. If death is not the end, then it doesn't really add anything. Permanently, anyway. So, to bring it into this game, the concept, if everything is like a weird, distorted hallucination or some kind of precognition because of Chronos, what is real? Why does it matter? Now, I would argue, and other people may argue this too, it's the experience that matters. It's the journey that matters more than the destination. And I think that's probably what this game is going to go for if they release a second game. And even the takeaway from this game is that the experiences were real. Undoubtedly. And that's why I felt so empty after playing it. Because I felt like there were so many unanswered questions. And the experiences, especially with the girl, I mean, she was there for a reason. She's a deliberately placed character to like rile up your emotions and get you attached to her because she's adorable and, you know, you want to help her. Oh, I did anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure you can just like blow her off. But in the end, like, is she real? And does that matter? It's really hard for me to like focus on this topic, this narrative topic, because these kinds of games are just all over the place, and I'm getting all over the place. Okay, so let's get out of that mindset for a little bit and just talk about what they did do right in terms of narrative. Writing is actually pretty nice. There is some over-the-top writing where it's like it sounds a bit too forceful, the kind of tone they're trying to push, like all the swearing and you know, mostly from V, but that's his character, so you can even argue that that's okay. The interactions between the employer and Zero, I think those are pretty nice. And like once you get into the hallucinations and the withdrawal and like parts of your memory or what you believe is real or what might have happened, it doesn't line up, everything's all weird. Again, you know, the whole all over the place thing. Once you get to that point, it's like, who is this person and why does this person have control over you? The most jarring scene, I think, was the one, for me anyway, was the one where you had a choice. And no matter what you picked, I'm assuming, it would say, I love killing, or whatever that line was. It makes you feel alive, that kind of stuff. And this gets into the whole player agency element of how to tell a story with video games. In general, your character is essentially the avatar character. You are the representation, or the character is the representation of your will. But when you do something and the character doesn't listen, then that kind of undermines your power. It makes the player feel helpless, but it also adds to the narrative in that there's something here, something that feels out of your control, something so powerful that it's beyond the player's control, and this is what's willing the character to do something. And because this is generally a silent protagonist, the player's choices, what the player says, is based on your actions or your decisions, it really does have a significant impact when whatever you choose doesn't matter anymore. This is kind of like the game I always go back to when it comes to agency is BioShock. So the famous line, that disgusting scene. The scene in this game actually reminded me of that too, but it wasn't really the same thing. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I'll just say the line, and if you've played BioShock, you know what I mean. A man chooses, and a slave obeys. Multiple times. And then blood. Okay, anyway. Were we really in control? We were doing all these missions, we didn't know why. Did we really have agency? Were we just a pawn? How much has changed since the war compared to now. What's the difference between the government controlling Zero back then and whatever this agency is? I shouldn't use the word agency. This group of people, the employer. Because agency has two meanings. It means like, you know, your own autonomy, and then it also means like government agency or like a group of people. Okay, so this group of people that employs you, they kind of keep you running by giving you chronos. So in the end, like, how much of this is you doing what you want to do? And we don't see that until the very end. We're kind of just dragged along, do this, do that, do this, do that. And then if you don't do it, he gets pissed. But that's when you're truly free. That's when you're actually you. You actually have control. And to me, it feels like it's like three sides pulling at each other. And that's why I thought this narrative aspect was so interesting. It felt like the employer was pulling at Zero. Zero himself has his own will, and then the player also was pulling him in a certain direction. And I guess you could even argue the girl was also a factor in it as well, but then most of the girl's interactions are because you will him to have those interactions, I believe. So with that being said, it's like the main character is just lost. And if you think about it, that's actually true, isn't it? The main character has no memories. The main character is defined by choice, not taking action. But then his actions or non-actions have consequences, which gets into this whole existential aspect. And that's why I find this so fascinating, even though I'm just all over the place. I hope you can even keep up with what I'm saying. Like, it's just mind blown. But yeah, there's this whole existential aspect to it. So because he chose not to kill the children, the war ended and they lost. Or that was implied. He stopped the machine, but he refused to kill everyone. And then later on, he didn't listen to his employer. He did his own thing, and now he's free again. But what are the consequences now? So there's this parallel between the big choice that he made. Then you compare it to Zero's choice now in this game. What's going to happen if there's a Katana Zero 2? And what's going to happen to the girl? Who are the men in the masks? Are they real? Is the girl real? Is the girl like a manifestation of his guilt? Will that turn into like a motivation for him to move forward? And if the men in masks are not real, then who is he fighting against? Himself? Someone else? Maybe it's Snow and her employer. Maybe it's the dragon. Will we have more interactions with the dragon? Will we be able to play the dragon? Just too many unanswered questions. Too much potential. I have no idea where this is going to go. Well, I mean, I do, but I feel like the possibilities are insane in terms of what could happen. Okay, so yeah, that's the narrative portion. I mean, I just rambled, really. I didn't really reflect upon anything. Yeah, the story was told pretty well through the gameplay and the aesthetics and the writing. There you go. There's my reflection. I want a second game. I want a third game. I want more of this. It's probably not going to happen in the near future, but I really want to see what happens next. Whether it's disappointing or not, I really don't care. I just want more of this. Because the gameplay is fun too. And that's always great. You can have a fun time playing the game, and you can have a fun time enjoying the story at the same time. It's awesome. So, that being said, I do recommend this game. It's a very fun game, regardless of why you play it. It's not that difficult, but that could be up for debate. It's a little bit expensive for how long you get to play, so the whole length versus price debate. I don't actually remember how much it was. It was like 15 bucks, I think, for only 4 hours. I always mention Hollow Knight, 15 bucks for like 30 hours. It's ridiculous. It's the outlier. But yeah, this game, maybe wait for it to go on sale if you're not really that interested in it, or if you just want to have mindless fun with it. And there's more stuff coming soon. Like, oh, I actually exported it a little bit. So, apparently, there are secrets that I didn't find. The secrets open up the government lab stuff, and apparently they give you weapons. I just looked it up. I didn't want to do it myself. I'm not really interested in getting the weapons. I'm more interested in the story. So, like, this stuff, these are weapons, apparently. And then this, I believe, is DLC or future content. So this future content is what I'm interested in the most. What if this game just doesn't have a second game afterwards and we just get, you know, the continuation in DLC form? I'd be fine with that. Because a second game implies that you would have to revamp the game, the core mechanics. Maybe. You could pull like a Mega Man or Castlevania where you just keep the same things over and over again. But for a game like this, I think this is actually sufficient, what they have here. So, yeah, I hope that we get a lot of content. I hope it's like a nice big update. Another 2 to 4 hours of gameplay. Kind of figure out what's going on. And I really wouldn't mind if that was actually the end. But we'll have to see when the time comes. Okay. It's been fun. I'm Ventus. This was Katana Zero. Thanks for watching. See you next time.